All right, Stack Nation, Stack Daddy coming at you here from Middle America. Hope you seen my short earlier, but just got done with all my walking and my little home gym exercise and stuff. Hope that motivates a few people. I know this is a stacking channel and we're all stackers, but I just can't help but to mention a little bit of health. And I'm not some crazy health psychopath maniac, guys. Just someone. You know, I'm just trying to live longer than say my dad did, and things like that. I'm just trying to do better, trying to be around for the adult kids more and the grandkids and all that. And then also I did a short, guys, right now on eBay. Um, somebody, oh, Louis Silver, he's sending me a message. Cool, thanks, buddy. Thanks for the encouragement. What was it? Oh, on eBay, guys, right now, 50 circulated Mercury dimes with dates. They're 160. There's a guy selling them. It's a huge seller, very trustworthy, and that includes shipping. It's $160, guys. That's $32 face. That's a couple, $2 or $3. That's about $3 below spot. I bought multiple rows of them. I'm gonna do something special with them. Maybe if you know, you know, and World Money wins, and I think Kansas Kid, and maybe Thousandaire. I'm gonna take a little different angle uh, with Mercs and with something else. So we'll see if you guys pick up on it. It'll be a little bit for my stuff kids here, but you guys, you may or may not catch that video. If you do, uh, maybe this will make more sense. But guys, here it is, and there's kind of a big stink about these things right now. Um, I'm a real busy guy. I don't have time to sit around my house all day, but I waited around because this is $7,000. This is supposed to be $7,000 worth of graded $1,000 bills. FedEx made a big deal. It wasn't FedEx Express. It was the knockoff FedEx Ground or whatever. They made a big deal about signing and all that. I'm waiting around. They couldn't give us the time. Everybody's getting irritated. PMG, everybody's upset. Everybody's involved because it was so unusual. Excuse me, guys. Let me get a little sippy in my orange, baby. Everything orange. Um, they're making this big deal, and then I just happened to look through my, you know, uncolored glass in the front door, and I could see a little brown blob out there, sitting out uncovered, and it was about to start raining where I'm at. I go out there, and here's this box. They, I guess it said signed for customer. I don't know if they was a forge. I don't really know if they're allowed. I don't really know, but it was PMG's pays extra money, and there's losing Louis again. Not full dates. Here's somebody else bugging me. I'll have to call them back. I'm gonna send them to voicemail. They should have answered earlier whenever I called them. But all right, guys, let's see. Let's get right into it. I've been doing so much, I'm not really popping and moving and grooving right now. Man, here we go. Here we go. Can I do this without destroying the place? Now, remember, guys, I took you with me to get these. These were, I just talked to him. He'll give you a call back. Okay, cool. I found these in the wild. $1,000 bills, ungraded, two totally different places. One of them, the worst one, I guess you would say, I paid $1,200, and it's gonna be a mess, guys. This is dangerous, man. Let me hold on a second, guys. I paid $1,200, and then for the guys, the better one, I paid $1,800. And if I think about it, I'll link the video. But I paid $1,800, and I was hoping maybe if I can get I was hoping you guys will see the video. I was thinking maybe like 15 and 25. I don't even know, guys. Maybe a 10 and a 20, maybe a 30. I was just something about 15, 25 was in the brains, but I have no idea what these are. We'll see. I was hoping, but even it doesn't matter if I got an 8 and a 15. They're still worth a lot more than I gave for them. So I've got $3,100 and something dollars invested because they were $3,000, and then I think the grading was like 160. Like 160. Let me make sure nothing crazy in here, guys. Okay. Here it is, guys. The grand reveal. And there is some paperwork in here. You guys know how this stack and stuff is. Everybody's all secretive. Hold on. There it is, guys. If you want to get some stuff graded. And, they grade all kinds of stuff there, but there it is. There it is, guys. Let me see here. Can I just see a price without screwing up the whole video? Submission form. Oh, it's just my submission form. This isn't the invoice. I'll put that right there. Oh, guys, look. Oh my gosh. Wow, guys. I was hoping for at least a 15 and a 25, and I got a 20. Oh, let me put this bad boy up. As you can see, guys, I got a 25. So, all right. Now that I know what I got, guys, let me pause this video so I can open up some stuff. And I got stacks over here. I can't put anything on the ground. This rabbit, this mascot is nuts, man. He's crazy. He's over there eating the whole box. Give me just a second, guys. All right, guys. Let's see how difficult I can make this. So here's a 15 on eBay, and it's $36.95. I just try to get some, just some examples for you. Let's see, what else do I got here? Here is a 12 on eBay, and it's stacks. That's enough. You're messing up my super high quality video, man. I've got millions of people just watching this, man. Calm down. So basically $3 grand, guys, for a 12. I mean, look at that, guys. Let me see here. Now here's a 25. You guys see I got a 25 there. And this one's pushing basically $4 grand. This is basically $4 grand, guys. $39.50, whatever you want to call it, for a 25. Remember, for this the one I got the graded 25, I paid $1,800. So right off the bat, I made over $2,000. If I was about to sell them right now. What was I else going to show you here? I screenshotted some deals. Okay, I went ahead and opened up the emails, guys. This is kind of interesting. They come back and tell you, oh, it says Tuesday. Huh. Either way, they went ahead and they tell you total graded in 20 is kind of tells you how rare yours is. So they've been open since 2005. So for 20 years, they've been doing this. And in 20 years, they've graded 83 with the grade of 20. And the higher grades, there's that many, 3,222. So the 20 is a lot more. It's definitely out there. That just tells you the condition of the bills. I think the lower they go, this number here would go up, like the 15s and the 12s and the 8s and the 5s, because these bills are so beat up. Let me see another one here. Now check this out. Get that off my screen. Somebody's driving me nuts. Okay, so in 25, see, the higher they go, the more rare they get. So the 25, PMG in 20 years, they've only graded 4 in a 25. That's what they're saying. And there's 34 in a higher grade. So, I mean, like just imagine if I had a 35 or a 40, or this just gets more and more rare. I didn't look up any of that stuff, guys, but this is pictures of the bills that I have here. I know it's a little blurry, but you guys don't care about that. We're worried about that. That's pretty cool. So you can see. I'd be curious to know what, like, if this said 40, what would that number be? What would this number be? These numbers should go down. Theoretically, they should go down. You guys get what I'm saying? And then as this number here goes down, these numbers should go up. I would think that's how it is. Because these $1,000 bills, man, they're just rough. They're beat up. When you start to get into the the 40s and the 50s and them crazy 155s and all that. I mean, they're thousands and just crazy 6,000, 8,000, 20. They get kind of wild on the numbers. But here it is, guys. My expectations were beat. Can you believe that this here graded a 20 with all of that? But it's been around for like what, 90 or 91 years. And this one, man, if this thing would have come back a 10 or a 12, I would not have been unbelievably stunned. Stains, very fine. There it is, guys. You've seen my little journey. I got the calls those days. I took you totally different. One was a coin shop. Yeah, one was a coin shop, and one was a wholesaler. I think this came from the coin shop. The other one came from the wholesaler. It kind of throws me off how I just would not have put these this close. Would you guys put these this close? I guess they are. I'm just kind of looking at that little bit of a damage to it, and then that. But I would have thought like 25 and 15. Or if this is a 20, I'd be thinking, oh, this is going to be a 30. But I guess those guys are looking at so much more than just what I'm looking at here. There it is, guys. Let me know what you think. I know a lot of y'all may not be into this, but man, collectible currency, gold backs and stuff is awesome, guys. It's just like gold and silver. It has values. It's the same thing. I could turn and, I would go. Right now, if somebody had 7,000 in cash or 7,000 anything, I don't care, 7,000 and whatever, I would sell these. I've got 3150, 3160 invested. If somebody had $6,000, I wouldn't do it, guys. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I would. It's worth more than that just for me to have them. This is a journey, man. Finding these things, finding them decent. I mean, you'll find these in like 4 pieces taped back together. It's unbelievable how you'll find them with holes all in them. The bank tellers didn't have spots for these in a lot of the banks back in the days. They still don't, right? So the bank tellers, usually females, they would take these and put them on the wall or something next to them, and they would put tacks in them. They would tack them up next to them. That's why so many will say pinholes. So you'll find a lot of these with they look like they'll have dozens of little holes all in them. Like neither one of these says pinholes, but it's very common to find that in these $500 bills, any of them. Man, I'd like to get a hold of maybe just one $10,000 and $5,000 bill. I could too. It's just a matter of doing it. But man, they want so much more. Oh my goodness. A $10,000 bill, not like 12 grand. I mean, they're wanting, yeah, they're shooting them up there, guys. I don't see how these are so close. Does it have something to do with where they came from? One of them is a Chicago, and the other one's a Kansas City. A JA block. Does this one hold more clout because it's Chicago? I don't know a whole lot about that on them, guys. I don't know a whole lot about that part. I just stack. And to me, this is still stacking, guys. But yeah, guys, there it is. And I hope you maybe seen my short. Maybe you get out and move a little bit. I want you guys to stay healthy. And I hope you guys go on there. Go on eBay real quick, guys. I'm telling you, there's a roll. They're in the rolls. 50 mercs for $160, and they all supposed to have dates. And I've been communicating with the seller. It's a huge seller, but he'll I message and we've been messaging back and forth. Pretty cool person. Pretty cool person. I'm not sure if it's a male or female, but they're pretty cool. Just like talking to somebody down the road on text message. There it is, guys. I thought there was some other stuff I was going to say, but I guess there's not. I mean, I'm just kind of stunned. I got to get off here and try to soak these things in. I got to soak in what I got going on here, guys. But like I said, I got some stuff coming. Um, you know, a couple of you guys who are, kind of, you guys will see, especially if and some other ones. But I got a little deal coming, and I got some other things coming. I'm going to take a little, just because of the way I'm stacking right now, I'm going to take a little different route. Right now, I can feel it, guys. Something inside of me just kind of flips, and right now, I'm on a gold back kick. I just got a big shot this morning. Not a big shot, but a pretty stout little shot of gold backs. Right now, I'm on a gold back slash um, junk silver kick. So that's kind of what I got. So if I'm going to do some other fun little stacking deal with these other crazy YouTube wild men, then I've got to make an adjustment doing what I do. Because guys, pick a lane, guys, and try to be in that being stay in that lane for as long as you need to. Like the other day, if was talking about rethinking the stack and whatnot. You know, you know, it wasn't like you were in a bad lane. Just switch lanes, but don't abandon the whole lane. And I'm gonna get rid of everything I've been doing for these last months or years because I should have been focusing on American Eagles instead of junk silver, or I should have been focusing on blah blah gold instead of collectible currency or this or that. I don't do. I just got what I got. It's in my deep stack, and then I hop in the other lane. If I'm in that lane for one day or 2.5 years, it doesn't matter. But right now, I've just subconsciously, man, I just hop into the lane. All of a sudden, something told me, hey, you need to focus on junk silver and gold backs for a little bit. So that's where my interests are. I don't know why that. I don't know how that happens or what goes on in my brain to make that happen. Something just that just tells me. I feel, I try to keep everything if I'm on a graph of crypto and regular investments, Edward Jones and all that, and collectible currency and gold backs and precious metals and what else is there, guys? Whatever else there is. Um, I just try to keep it that way. I don't have one thing that's way up here. Now, of course, from a value standpoint, my gold is going to be way up here compared to others. That's just because it's gold. When you start to get into when you have like just ounces, when you start to get way up in like the hundreds of ounces of gold, guys. I mean, I've been at this a long time, guys. When you start to get up there to where you could just stack ounces of gold. I mean, nothing's gonna, you'd have to start bringing in truckloads of silver to deal with that, or shoe boxes full of $100 gold backs. So gold is always just probably going to be. I mean, even if you just got 1,000 there, one of those um, Mexican 50 pesos he's got, that's worth what 45, 4,700, but whatever they're worth right now, 1.2 ounces of gold, pushing $5,000, whatever it is, guys. I mean, that's going to be you know how many how many mercury dimes is that? You see what I'm saying, guys? So just one gold. So I'm kind of talking about from a value standpoint, but you can't be trying to have everything else hang with gold. Oh, I've got $1,000 worth of gold. I better go get $1,000 worth of walking liberties or something. It just that gets tough, guys. Gold is too powerful. Gold is too powerful. Gold is nuclear. Gold is like gold is like the nuclear bomb of precious metals to me. And I know there's a couple things worth more. What's it, rhodium and maybe palladium, whatever worth more than. But I mean, who deals with that? I deal with it just a little bit, guys. One of these times I'll do a little something if I want to make the trip to grab a little something. But I'm just not into that quite yet, guys. Not into that quite yet. So here it is, guys. If I think about it, I'll put my other video in the description. I think it'd be cool when they say I'll put the other video up here. I haven't figured that out yet. But I mean, I don't have that many video, guys. You can flip back to about a month ago when I went and bought these. And, you've seen my journey. I laid this one on a countertop and said I was whispering something about it. I think I just walked out with this one and said, "There it is, guys," and they were in plastic sleeves. But that's the journey, guys. I had that money ready. I put out the word. I started getting the calls, and I've got $31 or $3,162, I think, invested. And in my opinion, I'm holding about 4 grand or about 7 grand. I'm sorry, about 7 grand. So, in my opinion, I just, sitting here today, I just made about $4,000. I'm not going to realize that profit right now. I could do some things and realize that profit or really close to it, but I'm not. We'll see in about 10 or 15 years from now when I break these bad boys out of the deep stack. We'll see then. Then am I going to be at 7 then? Am I going to be at 5? Or am I going to be at, 11? I don't know, guys. You tell me. Your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine. All right, guys. I'm going to end this here and try to make one of my stupid little shorts about them, maybe. That's one thing I do. I do like little unboxings, but the shorts always will come out before, which is kind of redundant. But man, y'all don't care about all that. I really should wait for the video and then do the short. But man, the shorts are so quick and these videos take so long to upload. I don't know why. I'm in a great area with great Wi-Fi and all that junk, but sometimes it's hours, sometimes it's a day or so. I don't know what's going on. Not a big deal. But all right, guys, there it is. Stack Daddy coming at you with another one. You guys check out the other video showing me finding. I think it's pretty cool. Finding them in the wild and then bam, and then producing this. All right, guys, Stack Daddy out. You got a problem, bro? Hey, why are you destroying the place? Hey, look at this, man. Thank goodness for the robot vacuum cleaner. Hey, say Stacks out. Stacks and Stack Daddy out. Stack on, guys.